Hello, YouTube. This is Dr. Ronald W. Satz, founder and chair of the International Society of Unified Science and president of TransPower Corporation, a commercial and custom software manufacturing and certified systems engineering company. I work as a systems and mechanical engineer and as a theoretical physicist. Today, as with most of my screencasts, we'll be discussing the reciprocal system of physical theory and how it compares with conventional theory. Two topics today: bogus gravitational waves. There's a lot of news a couple years ago about, or actually several years ago, about gravitational waves. They thought they were found, but we now know it's pretty much bogus. And second topic today will be the fiction of dark matter. We've covered that before, but we're going to cover it again. Okay, so the first topic is bogus gravitational waves. We'll go to yahoo.com this time, and it says here that gravitational waves have been detected. Well, I think not. Now let's just scroll down here. It says here, scientists for the first time have detected gravitational waves, so they say. Ripples in space-time hypothesized by Albert Einstein a century ago in a landmark discovery announced on Thursday that opens a new window for studying the cosmos. Well, they say they're coming from two distant black holes. That in itself is nonsense. And so on and so forth. Oh, now they're even talking about colliding black holes. Let's see what else is in here, if anything worth mentioning. Gravitational waves, they say, experience no such barriers, meaning they offer a wealth of additional information. Black holes, for example, do not emit light, radio waves, and the like, but can be studied via gravitational waves. Well, this is, how much money did they spend? Well, the National Science Foundation, an independent agency of the U.S. government, provided about $1.1 billion in funding for the research over 40 years. About $1.1 billion. All right. Well, according to the reciprocal system of theory, this is completely bogus. The tiny vibrations that they detected are actually due to the momentum of massless particles like photons, neutrinos, massless neutrons, massless electrons, massless positrons, both material and cosmic. I'd say mostly massless electrons and positrons, material and cosmic, coming from that region of space. So there's an alternative explanation for these really, really tiny vibrations. Now, after all, gravitation depends on position. So how can something be transmitted from one position to another and yet not change? It makes no sense. It's just one of the more nonsensical aspects of modern physics. So again, the reciprocal system explanation is that these tiny vibrations that they've detected are due to massless chargeless particles, not to gravitational waves. Okay, now moving on to topic number 2 today, the fiction of dark matter. And as we like to do, we'll go to ScienceDaily.com. It's taking a little bit of time here. There we go. And it says here, galactic centers gamma rays unlikely to originate from dark matter, evidence shows. Okay. First of all, there is no such thing as dark matter, but we'll explain that in a moment. So the summary here says, this comes from Princeton University. Studies by 2 independent groups from the U.S. and the Netherlands have found that gamma ray signals from the inner galaxy come from a new source, rather than from the collision of dark matter particles. The new source is likely to be rapidly rotating pulsars, rather than the as yet undetected invisible dark matter particles thought to make up 85% of the mass of the universe. That's really silly. Let's see. There's another summary right here. Bursts of gamma rays from the center of our galaxy are not likely to be signals of dark matter, but rather coming from other astrophysical phenomena, such as fast-rotating stars called millisecond pulsars, according to two new studies, from Princeton and the other from MIT. Let's see what else is in here, if anything. Now they bring up this hypothetical massive particle called a WIMP. I tell you, those of us who work in theoretical physics, it's just mind-boggling, the garbage that comes out from the conventional theorists. So dark matter particles are thought to make up about 85% of the mass of the universe, but have never been directly detected. The collision of two WIMPs, according to a widely accepted model of dark matter, caused them to annihilate each other to produce gamma rays. Hey. Such a mythology. All right, let's go back. And I say here, this comes from my theoretical physics blog, www.reciprocalsystem.guru. Dark matter is simply another fiction of modern physics, sort of like the bogus gravitational waves we just discussed. The conventional theorists think that stars are in, quote, Keplerian orbits around the center of the galaxy. But there isn't enough observed mass for this to be the case, so they hypothesize the existence of, quote, dark matter. But in the reciprocal system, galaxies are heterogeneous fluid structures, and so the stars are not in Keplerian orbits. There is therefore no need for such a weird concept as dark matter. The matter in the center of our galaxy and others is actually white dwarf matter. We say that the center of galaxies contain white dwarf cores. So it is very dense indeed, but they're not black holes, not dark matter. It's regular matter, highly condensed together, and that just simply comes from the supernova explosions that occur there. And eventually this white dwarf matter will stop contracting, and it'll, in fact, expand back out to the main sequence. So in the reciprocal system, there's no such thing as a black hole, because black holes would be a singularity, a one-way path. But everything in the reciprocal system is cyclical. Of course, in the galactic core, novae may sometimes occur in the white dwarf core. And this creates the gamma rays and other forms of energy coming from the core. So there you have it. All right, well, for the simplest possible treatment of the reciprocal system, please obtain my work, The Unmysterious Universe. It has all the concepts, many illustrations, very little in the way of mathematics. You can get this work and all of my work either from Amazon.com or transpowercorp.com. Now, if you do want all the mathematics, then please obtain my work, Existence and Interactions, a computational treatise of the reciprocal system, the true theory of everything. 711 pages in the PDF, 711 slides in the PowerPoint file, thousands and thousands of equations, many tables, many graphs. It'll keep you busy for months. Now, once you get through that, you'll have a great understanding of the reciprocal system. You can go on to my 2 database modules, which make it easy to apply the reciprocal system to your scientific or engineering practice. The reciprocal system microcosmos database covers all the properties of photons, subatoms, atoms, compounds, and alloys, both for the material sector and the cosmic or inverse sector. The reciprocal system macrocosmos database covers all astronomical properties, including the universe as a whole. And that even includes calculation of the number of planets in the entire universe, which could possibly contain intelligent life. This database covers galaxy clusters, galaxies, stars, star clusters, planets, moons, minor bodies like asteroids and comets, nebulae, and voids. It's very comprehensive. These 2 database modules cover all the major topics of physical science. If you're working on some minor specialized topic, you should be able to use the material in existence and interactions and the two database modules to be able to figure out the solution to your particular physical problem. Okay, that wraps it up for today. Please study the reciprocal system and prove it for yourself. Thanks for your attention.